This is where we're going to be growing the poppies this year, pick up a lot of rocks, knock out a lot of old drains, and we're hoping that in 3 months' time I'll be basically knee deep in poppies. Hopefully there's no bare ground and they're looking nice and healthy, big fat stems on them, ready to crank out some alkaloid for me.
Tasmania is one of the world's most efficient producers of poppies. Farmers here supply around half of the world's legal medicinal opiates that go into making the kind of painkillers you might pop when you've got a headache.
One of the best examples of niche farming in Tasmania is the poppy industry. It's the only place where we're growing it legally in Australia. It's not a strong drug culture. Geographically, our isolations work towards our advantage, and it's a great industry for the state, really. It's a real, it's revolutionised farming.
Like Will, there are young farmers right across Tassie leading the charge when it comes to boutique farming. The state's geography allows for microclimates where lucrative products can flourish.
We decided to bite the bullet and buy the big irrigator, go to the bank and borrow the money, and we set up our system and had our first go at poppies. And between the three of us, my dad, George and I, we tried our best. Big learning curve, and George got right into it and really understood it all and worked really well. Brought us back together as a family, I suppose.
With traditional industries like forestry shedding jobs, specialist agriculture could give the state's struggling economy a much needed boost. But for Will, poppy farming's gone way beyond diversifying his crops.
It's a bit hard to talk about, but George was killed in middle of May in a motorbike accident on the farm. I actually buried him with a few of the capsules from our crop in his hand. It's my last happy memory. You get positives out of it, of course, changes your perspective on a lot of things. And yeah, it's tough to go back to poppies this year, actually. That's why we're behind. In part, it's a dangerous sport, this living on the land, and the same lifestyle that's great can bite you in the bum. And the poppies, I just do them as good as I can, with the minimum adverse impacts, and try and do it to the best of my ability. Just, that's what George wanted me to do. It's what we were trying to do. Just keep going.